next we have and then finally we find the human. And what's nice is that she kind of looks like me. I'm an animal, I'm not food. And the cow is saying, I think you're wrong there, mate. You're the one that stole the milk from me. F is for fruit, fresh, dried, or in jelly. G is for grains, go get in my belly. I know the whole book off by heart, read it so many times. Hi, welcome or welcome back to At Home with Cici. I am Cici, mama to 3 of the best humans on the planet, and among other things, a homeschooling parent. This channel is about home education, family, and motherhood. Okay, so I was just going to sort out our bookshelves because we've had a few new arrivals into the house, literature-wise. So before I put those away, I wanted to share with you what's new for our homeschool specifically. So I think I'm going to film it all now and then split them up into more concise videos, easier to watch. So look out for all of those. And let's get into it. Okay, we have some specifically vegan books, or vegan aligned books. I think they are all written by Americans, because I just can't seem to find ones that speak what I want to be spoken in Britain. So if you can, or written by someone British, so if you can find, if you know of any, please share in the comments. But I'm going to start with this one. Some of these we got in America, in Canada rather, when we were there when my little one was 18 months old. So as you can see, it's a different kind of style book to the ones I've shown previously, but she still enjoys these. Most of these are kept in our bedtime book basket because they're nice quick ones, so we can just go through loads and we don't get bored, and she can say, can I have another one, and it's a nice quick read. So this one is That's Not My Mama's Milk. Obviously mama's spelt with an M-O, but it's fine. And then it just goes through saying a different animal and then the name of the baby. So a dog and puppy, cow and calf, goat and kid, pig and piglet, cat and kitten, sheep and lamb. And then to the end you say, that's my mama's milk. Her milk belongs to me. So all the way through the book it's saying, that's not my mama's milk, that milk belongs to a calf. And then finally we find the human. And what's nice is that she kind of looks like me. So my little one, when she was younger, she could see herself, like she could see us in this picture, which was really nice for us. Because often mamas and baby books, they don't always show brown. Yeah, so basically this one is about dairy and how dairy milk and other animals' milk is for the mum and the baby. Human milk is for the mum and the baby. And if you're not the baby of that animal, you shouldn't be taking their milk. Another one we got in Canada from a second-hand store is, oh, I forgot to say that all those maths books are, I think all of them, yeah, were from World of Books or awesomebooks.co.uk or .com in England, and they were all secondhand. And I think all of these are secondhand as well that I'm going to show you. So this one is I Am Not Food. Maya was repeating this and recognizing words in this from about 2 years old because of the repetition in some parts of it. So I am a pig and I am not food. I am a person just like you. And then it tells you what pigs like to do and why it's sad if you hurt and eat them for no reason. And then we'd say, I am a chicken, I am not food. So she remembers the rhyme, she remembers, and then she's naming the animals. So this is when she was really little, and now she can almost read it on her own. Not all of it, just those parts, those repeated parts. She I mean, she could read all of those words easily. And then at the end, I am a cow, I'm not food. So all the way through just saying, I'm an animal, I'm not food. Something we already know in this house. Okay, another one, like I said, I can't find like the best quality. I wouldn't call these living books. These are not very Charlotte Mason based, or aligned rather. But, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. This one is another one about milk. Did you steal my milk? It's quite badly written, it's quite badly produced, but Maya likes it, and there's colouring in it at the back as well. So basically this is a girl saying, my milk has gone from my fridge, and then she goes around to ask who has stolen the milk. She asks all the different animals around where she lives, and finally she gets to the cow, and the cow is saying, I think you're wrong there, mate. You're the one that stole the milk from me. That milk is for my baby calf. And then the little girl realises, you're right. That isn't for me. I can get my own milk, like rice milk or almond milk or oat milk. Okay, then we have, the next 3 books are all by the same author, Ruby Roth. She has a very, as in she writes and illustrates. She has a very particular style of illustration. It's quite harsh. It's not pretty. It's not beautiful. But in this book, I don't mind it too much. So it's a really fun book. V is for vegan. So we're learning our letters and sounds, capitals and lower cases, and it's just saying all the different things about being vegan. So we share beauty, we don't use animals as clothes, we don't eat dairy, we don't eat chicken's eggs or anyone's eggs. F is for fruit, fresh, dried, or in jelly. G is for grains, go get in my belly. I know the whole book off by heart, read it so many times, and it rhymes really well. I think this is one of my favourite books. Again, this is in our bedtime basket, and it works. Maya can read along, she remembers the rhyming words, and she recognises them a lot as well. And she often asks for it twice. Then the other Ruby Roth book, so I bought that one and loved it, so I found 2 more that she wrote, and I was like, obviously I'm going to get them. Vegan is love, and that's why we don't eat animals. So the first one I opened was this one, and those are the illustrations. So I'm immediately put off. They're just a bit ludicrous, and they sort of take away from the message because they're making the animals look a bit far-fetched and not very empathetic inducing, or empathy inducing, if that makes sense. They look a bit weird, so I'm like, well, I can't relate to that animal because that's not how they look. It's a bit too weird. And then it starts with pets, and we don't use the term pets in our house because pets is a derogatory term. It's a put down, essentially. They're just animals that we live with, other people. So I didn't read much of this. There are some good points in it, but I think it's a little bit dark, a little bit info heavy, and it's not a very fun or engaging story, especially because the illustrations are quite off-putting. So I'm not a big fan of that one. We have hardly read it. We've had it for a year and we hardly read it. So then this is the other one, Vegan is Love. This one's a bit more interesting because it talks more about animal exploitation in other things other than food, which people get hung up on about veganism and anti-speciesism. It's not a diet, it's not about food. Food is just one of the things that is encompassed by veganism and anti-speciesism. Ran out of storage, but yeah, another vegan book. I would recommend buying it for yourself as an adult, and if you have older children it might be really interesting and they might find the illustrations more fun and funny. I would still recommend it because it has good information in it, I'd say, especially for a non-vegan, and if you're interested in learning about how we exploit and use animals as humans in our daily lives. And then finally, we have a few more storybooks that are vegan aligned, but can you see all these books? I couldn't be bothered to pull them all out. But this is one of them that we really like. It's called Tyrannosaurus Drip. Essentially a herbivorous dinosaur was accidentally adopted by carnivores, and he never fit in, he didn't feel right, and eventually he came across his own kind, his herbivores, and he realized this is where he belongs. It portrays the carnivores as really silly or dumb or stupid, knuckleheads, and so it's just a fun one, a fun like rooting for the underdog type situation. It's really silly. It has no real basis in reality, but it is fun, and it's promoting herbivore lifestyle and compassion, and feeling like you don't want to be a part of something, and standing your ground even though everyone around you thinks and feels a different way. Like me and my family, I'm the only vegan in my family, outside of my family, if that makes sense. And me and my children are vegan, but everyone else in our family is not. So we can relate to that in the sense that we are this despite everyone around still being set in their ways regarding eating and using animals.